From oil workers on the open ocean who played chicken with waves thrashing their ship, and a massive sinkhole in China that claimed 2 SUVs, to a family in Kentucky who watched their pool vanish in a flood, and a brazen robbery in Australia that pitted police against a multi-ton machine. Here are moments you wouldn't believe if not filmed. Rize province is a coastal region in northern Turkey nestled along the southeastern shores of the Black Sea. The capital city is home to roughly 344,000 people, split between 2 groups: the wealthy folks who live by the water and the impoverished people in the mountain villages. When the weather turns, guess which demographic typically suffers the most? In mid-July of 2021, several days of heavy rain triggered flash floods and landslides across the region. CCTV cameras were rolling near a hillside home on July 17th when this family narrowly escaped a landslide-related disaster. Pay attention to the woman walking up the stairs and the debris cloud forming on the top left corner of your screen. Watch as those on the right side of the home have no idea what's coming. That's when 2 people appear to be running for their lives in the bottom right corner. The landslide blasts through the home and deletes the entire left side. We count 8 people fleeing the scene as the landslide settles. Had that one woman decided to stay put, she would have been easily buried beneath the wreckage. Sadly, that was the case elsewhere in Rize, as similar landslides and flash floods claimed the lives of 6 people. Some thieves rely on stealth, others rely on intricate planning. This brazen motorcycle thief from Queensland, Australia relies on brute force. It was October 15th of 2021. Around 3:50 that morning, CCTV cameras outside a motorcycle shop in Ipswich captured a heavy-duty tractor barreling down the streets. That's when the driver turned toward the store and all hell broke loose. For local police, finding the tractor was easy. Stopping it was a whole other problem.
I've got a tractor, massive tractor. Put it down, mate. He is not stopping. He is not stopping. Okay, he's run over the bikes. Everybody stay well clear of this tractor. Okay, he's dropped the bucket. He's dropped the bucket. Turning right onto Tudor. No, he's straightened up. Darley Street. Stand by, he's on 2 wheels. Yeah, just about rolled there, B-car. He's driving into he's driving onto the railway line. He's just broken the gates. He's going to be hitting the railway lines. We are on the railway siding, heading in towards... What's the power lines, boys? What's the power lines? Mate, get them to shut down the power if you can. I don't know if you can do that.
Out the back, I'm in the bush. I've got all his clothing in the creek.
Hands in the air now!
Good boy, mate, good boy.
Police later identified the bike thief as 41-year-old Jamie Roy Warner. They said he abandoned the tractor on the railroad tracks and then fled into the creek you saw on the body cam footage. Police dogs quickly found him, and the sopping wet thief was arrested. Police later learned that the tractor had been stolen that night from another local business. In the end, Jamie was charged with reckless driving, willful damage, and several other crimes. He was granted bail in 2022 on the condition that he continued taking his prescribed medication. It's unclear if Jamie ever served any prison time for his heavy-duty rampage. Deep-sea oil drilling is among the most dangerous jobs on the planet. Rig workers spend weeks at sea, battling some of the most treacherous conditions. Thankfully, modern oil rigs are built to withstand Mother Nature's wrath, but sometimes she can still deliver a knockout blow. Iran developed a master plan in 2013 to double its natural gas output by the summer. Part of that plan involved installing a brand new $40 million 2,000-ton oil rig in the Persian Gulf. Everything was going smoothly until a crane failed during installation. The massive rig began sinking to the bottom of the Gulf with about a dozen workers stranded on top. Thankfully, all the workers in this clip were rescued by a passing boat. According to reports, the Iranian military spent 30 months building the rig. Ironically, it only took about 30 seconds for the entire thing to sink. The next crew had a slightly better time when water threatened to flood the top deck. We're not sure where or when this footage took place. All we know is that we are glad that we don't have to deal with this every day.
Yeah! Buset! Banjir!
Whatever is happening in this clip must be perfectly normal for these workers. The man up front almost seems to be playing chicken with the water. As the saying goes, never turn your back on the ocean. Videos like these should be enough to explain why. Every year, torrential downpours in China and the rest of Southeast Asia cause hundreds of millions of dollars in property and infrastructure damage. On August 3rd of 2023, several days of relentless rain in Harbin, China caused a section of this major highway to collapse. Nobody knew it happened until it was too late. Now let's watch the run-up again in slow motion. We know the hole is there, so it's hard to unsee. But try putting yourself in our driver's shoes. At highway speeds, it was nearly impossible to notice the upcoming gap. Our driver may not have stopped in time had the white SUV not gone around them. Other cars stopped, and fearless drivers rushed to help those trapped below the road. That's when things went from bad to worse as floodwaters began filling the gap. They also learned the white SUV wasn't the only car to go over the edge. According to local reports, Good Samaritans miraculously saved everyone trapped inside both vehicles. It's unclear when the black SUV went over the edge. It's hard to imagine they fell in after seeing all these people stopped on the road. Gatlinburg, Tennessee has a teeny tiny bear problem. Over the last few years, many viral videos have swept the internet showing black bears interacting with locals and tourists. You'll see them breaking into cars and stores like professional thieves. There's a reason you're supposed to keep your doors locked and your food well hidden. This Florida family learned that lesson firsthand while on vacation in October of 2024. While they were wise enough to lock their car, another vacationing family wasn't.
You should shut the door. Yeah. It's going to the nose. No wonder they said there was bears out here.
He shut the door. Get out. Get out. Oh my God.
Shut the door.
These bears are good.
Yeah.
He's opening the front door. No.
That's insane. The bear is super smart. What if we start driving away? How come most people don't realize?
Our camera woman said her family had never seen a bear before this video. They first spotted it walking by their cabin, and they watched as it tried breaking into their car. Thankfully, bears haven't learned how to pick locks yet. According to the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, the main reason why black bears keep showing up boils down to one word: garbage. They've learned that people like to leave their food unattended. Unlocked cars and trash cans are usually a gold mine. Halton, Canada is a small town in southern Ontario, roughly 33 miles west of Toronto. It's home to almost 600,000 people, including one young worker who should probably go back to lumberjack school. It was August 10th of 2017. A homeowner in Halton wanted to remove a dead 100-foot tree from their backyard. But instead of hiring a professional tree removal service, one equipped with tools, safety gear, and years of experience, they hired some random kid and his chainsaw. Even the neighbors knew it was a bad idea.
Where's the boys? He's back at his house. Say goodbye to that guy's house. Yeah. It's going straight away from us. The opposite. That's the way it's going to go. It's my prediction
like you
is
said,
straight
like
that
Coop
way.
was saying, because he's cut it like that, it's just going to slide out like that.
Yeah.
And fall down.
Yeah. And if that happens, this kid's going to get hurt.
Oh, big time. Oh, like that. Oh! Holy shit!
You okay?
All right.
If we freeze frame right here, you can see how poorly this aspiring lumberjack cut the tree. The diagonal slice caused the trunk to slide, and gravity took care of the rest. According to the cameraman, paramedics rushed to the scene to ensure the kid was okay. Thankfully, he avoided catastrophe and was able to walk away. It also doesn't look like the falling tree damaged any of the nearby homes. Between July 26th and August 1st of 2022, unprecedented flooding ravaged the Appalachian region of the southeastern United States. Homes were swept away. Communities were left underwater, and over 600 helicopter evacuations were needed to save as many lives as possible. In this rural Kentucky neighborhood, a family watched in horror as floodwaters turned their street into a river. Just watch what it does to their pool.
We've lost our building, a lot of our routines, and all of our professional life.
The Appalachian floods were said to be the worst natural disaster to hit eastern Kentucky in over 80 years. 45 people perished in the water, and thousands of homes were either damaged or destroyed. According to National Weather Service radar, between 14 and 16 inches of rain fell over 5 days. That is about 600% more rain than expected for the time of year. All that extra water quickly overwhelmed the drainage systems, leading to the catastrophic flooding in this video and others. On July 25th of 2017, a sudden downpour nearly flooded the city of Gloucester in the UK. Ironically, it was the 10th anniversary of a far more dangerous flood that saw 2 months' worth of rain fall on a single day. Once the weather calmed, father of two Jody Wardell decided to take his wife and young daughter out for pizza. While walking to the shop, they spotted rainwater spraying like a fountain from one of the manhole covers. Seconds later, they were running for their lives.
Holy shit! I caught that on video, man. You're on it. Get off it. Whoa. Whoa.
Let's watch that again in slow motion. The decorative manhole cover is hard to see. According to Jody, the slab blasted about 12 feet into the air and landed within a meter of his wife. In hindsight, she's lucky to be alive. One step to the left and the weight would have come down on top of her. Afterward, Jody called the police to let them know about the gaping 30-foot hole in the ground. They'd also need some heavy equipment to move the manhole cover back into place. Jody tried moving it, but the darn thing must have weighed a few hundred kilos. Some drivers are simply clueless. It makes you wonder how they ever got a license. This Russian man from 2012 might be among the dumbest we've ever seen. We begin with a black Nissan pulling up to a pedestrian railroad crossing. The path is clearly too narrow for the car, but this driver wants to try it anyway. Imagine what this person walking toward them must be thinking. The driver backs off and tries again, but this time his tires get stuck on opposite sides of the platform. He loses all traction as the front of his car hovers inches above the ground. He gets out and starts pushing as another group approaches from the bottom of the screen. They rush up to help the man, hoping to move his car before the train roars through. The men heave and push, but the Nissan is simply too heavy. The train is fast approaching, and saving this random idiot's car isn't worth their lives. As they walk away, they can't help but peer over their shoulders and watch as the train obliterates the vehicle. We'd love to know why this driver thought he could make it over the crosswalk. Perhaps he saw the traffic lights and thought it was a road. By the time he realized his mistake, it may have been too late. Panic set in, and irrational decisions ran rampant in his mind. While he certainly lost his car, at least he didn't lose his life. Sanjiangdong is an autonomous county in southern China. It's home to about 300,000 people, some of whom needed a new car after June 3rd of 2025. Recent heavy rainfall had allegedly weakened the soil behind this downtown retaining wall. The weight of about a dozen cars parked on top only made things worse. All it took was a tiny crack for everything to come tumbling down. Thankfully, nobody was inside the parked cars when they fell. Workers removed a few with a heavy-duty winch, but needed more specialized equipment to retrieve the others. Local officials said the rain was likely the culprit, but they don't have any hard evidence yet. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.